Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to explore a surprising idea. Talking in English can be easier than you think if you use the right strategies. Before we dive in, I want to let you know that near the end of this video, I will provide a downloadable Word file containing the entire lesson. You can download it and keep it as your personal study resource. Imagine turning simple everyday language into a powerful tool that not only helps you communicate, but also challenges your mind to think creatively in English. Stick with me, and you'll see that a little extra challenge can turn basic language skills into an engaging exercise that sharpens your brain and boosts your confidence. Knowledge section. The foundations with a twist. Let's dive into why English can be both simple and intellectually stimulating. We're going to look at a few key elements that not only build your basic speaking skills, but also encourage deeper thinking. 1. Refining sentence structure. English is built on simple sentences, but let's challenge ourselves to create more dynamic structures. Basic structure. I read books. Challenging variation. When I read books, I uncover new perspectives that expand my imagination. Notice how adding a clause transforms a simple sentence into a richer expression. This small step encourages you to think about linking ideas naturally. 2. Expanding everyday vocabulary. It's important to know the basic words, but let's also learn a few more expressive words that convey subtle differences. Basic. I like coffee. Upgraded. I relish the rich aroma and comforting warmth of my morning coffee. This not only deepens your vocabulary, but also invites you to express feelings and descriptions in a more vivid way. 3. Using varied grammar structures. Basic grammar is friendly, but mixing in compound and complex sentences can be a great exercise. Simple. She studies every day. Complex. She studies every day not only to master English, but also to explore the nuances of its cultural expressions. By combining ideas, you're training your mind to form connections and express detailed thoughts. 4. Incorporating idioms and expressions. While everyday idioms are fun, let's use a few that require a bit more interpretation. Simple. It's a piece of cake. Challenging. Learning English can be as effortless as falling into a familiar rhythm, where every phrase feels like a well-practiced dance. This approach not only teaches you the idiom, but also encourages you to think metaphorically. 5. Active listening and reflective repetition. Instead of merely repeating what you hear, challenge yourself by reflecting on why a phrase works well. Listen to a short clip, then ask yourself, what makes this sentence effective? How does the tone or rhythm make it memorable? For example, after hearing, life is a journey, not a destination, think about how this phrase motivates you to appreciate the process rather than rushing to the end. 6. Engaging in thoughtful everyday conversations. Let's take an everyday scenario and add layers of thought. Basic conversation at a cafe. Person A: "Hello, may I have a coffee?" Person B: "Sure, do you take it with milk?" Enhance conversation. Person A: "Good morning. I'd love to have a cup of your finest coffee. Do you have any recommendations on how I might enhance its flavor with a bit of milk or perhaps a hint of spice?" This variation not only practices ordering, but also encourages thinking about preferences and descriptions in more detail. 7. Building confidence through reflective practice. Remember, challenging yourself is a part of growth. When you experiment with richer sentences, you may stumble at first, but every mistake is a step forward. Try to explain your thought process out loud when constructing a sentence. For example, "I want to say that the book changed my life, but how can I express that it was transformative?" This reflective practice builds both language skills and critical thinking. 8. Using advanced tools and resources. Explore websites or apps that provide not just vocabulary exercises, but also context-based quizzes. For instance, after learning a new word, look for sentences in literature or media that use it in multiple contexts. This will challenge you to think about the word's various applications and nuances. 9. Real-life examples with a brain teaser twist. Consider the following scenario. You're at a museum, and you want to ask a question about an art piece. Basic: "What is this painting about?" Upgraded: "Could you explain the story behind this painting? And what emotions or historical insights might be hidden within its layers?" This encourages you to not only ask questions, but to engage in deeper conversation about art and history. 10. Everyday scenarios that spark curiosity. Let's elevate a few more scenarios. At a bookstore. Basic: "Do you have any new books?" Enhanced: "I'm looking for books that challenge my perspective. Do you have any recommendations that blend insightful storytelling with profound life lessons?" At a restaurant. Basic: "May I see the menu?" Enhanced: "Could you please share the menu with me? I'm particularly interested in dishes that incorporate traditional ingredients with a modern twist." These questions prompt you to think beyond the basics and invite more meaningful interactions. 11. Developing a positive and inquisitive attitude. Embracing challenges in language learning helps cultivate curiosity. When you encounter a new word or phrase, ask yourself, "How can I use this in a different context?" This mindset not only improves your language skills, but also makes learning an exciting exploration. 12. Fine-tuning pronunciation with precision. Instead of simply repeating words, record yourself and listen critically. Ask, What subtle changes in intonation can make this sentence more engaging? For instance, practice saying, "Every challenge is an opportunity to grow." Then compare it with how native speakers express emphasis. This approach refines both your pronunciation and your ability to communicate emotion. 13. Learning in incremental steps with cognitive challenges. Divide your learning into manageable chunks. Then challenge yourself by connecting ideas. One day, practice linking two simple sentences with a conjunction or a relative clause, such as, "I love reading books, and I also enjoy discussing their hidden messages with friends." This method encourages logical thinking and deeper language synthesis. 14. Understanding context to enrich meaning. When you learn new expressions, put them in various contexts. Instead of memorizing a phrase like, "to be on cloud nine," try using it in different scenarios. For example, "When I finally solved the problem, I was on cloud nine." Or, "The surprise birthday party left everyone on cloud nine." This variation helps you see the phrase's versatility and enriches your understanding. 15. Making learning a personal and thoughtful journey. Integrate your own experiences into your English practice. Reflect on a personal story, such as a challenge you overcame, and try to describe it in detail. For example, "Last year, I faced a significant challenge, but I learned that every setback is a setup for a greater comeback." This personalizes your language practice and makes your expressions more meaningful. Practice section. Engage and reflect. Now that we've laid the foundations with some challenging examples, let's move to practice. These exercises are designed not only to improve your speaking, but also to make you think deeper about how you use language. 1. Reflective repeat after me. I will say some sentences, and then I want you to reflect on the structure and vocabulary before repeating them aloud. Pause the video. Think about what makes these sentences interesting, then try to repeat them while adding your personal twist. I enjoy a morning coffee because it energizes me and sparks creative thoughts for the day. Exploring new ideas through conversation can open doors to unexpected opportunities. 2. Fill in the blanks with a twist. I will give you a sentence with a blank, but this time, think of multiple words that could fit. I admire the beauty of simplicity in every small detail. Possible answers: admire, cherish, appreciate. They explore new ideas, and as a result, their creativity flourishes. Possible answers: explore, embrace, discover. Reflect on how different choices change the sentence's feel. Please leave your answer in the comments. 3. Shadowing with critical listening. Listen to a short audio clip of a native speaker, then repeat it. Afterward, note down which parts of your pronunciation could be improved or where the intonation made the sentence more impactful. For example, every moment of learning builds a bridge to tomorrow's success. This reflective exercise trains your ear and sharpens your speaking skills. 4. Role-playing with deeper conversation. Practice an enhanced conversation with a partner or by yourself. Imagine you're discussing a recent news article or a book you read. Person A: I recently read an article about climate change and its impact on our future. Person B: That's fascinating. What part of the discussion made you think the most about our responsibilities toward nature? Engage in this dialogue, adding layers of detail and reflection to each response. 5. Creative sentence formation. Challenge yourself to form a sentence that expresses a simple idea, but add descriptive language. For example, instead of saying, I walk in the park, try, I stroll through the park, relishing the crisp air and the gentle rustle of leaves. Think about how adjectives and adverbs transform a simple observation into a vivid picture. 6. Daily language diary. Start keeping a small diary where you write a few sentences each day about your experiences. Challenge yourself to describe ordinary events in a creative way. For example, today, I enjoyed a quiet morning that gently reminded me of nature's subtle beauty. Review your diary regularly to see how your language evolves. Summary section. Recap and intellectual takeaways. Let's quickly review the enhanced techniques we've explored today. 1. Dynamic sentence structures. We learned how a simple sentence can become a rich expression by adding clauses and descriptive words. 2. Enhanced vocabulary. Upgrading basic expressions, like, I like coffee, into, I relish the rich aroma of my morning coffee, invites you to think more deeply about the language. 3. Varied grammar. By using compound and complex sentences, you build a habit of linking ideas logically and effectively. 4. Creative idioms and expressions. Even common idioms can be explored in deeper, metaphorical ways that make conversations more engaging. 5. Reflective listening and repetition. Paying attention to the details in pronunciation, tone, and rhythm sharpens both your language and critical thinking skills. 6. Challenging everyday scenarios. From ordering at a café to discussing a news article, adding extra layers of detail turns basic conversations into thoughtful exchanges. Remember, every time you challenge yourself with richer language, you're not just learning English, you're training your mind to think more creatively and critically. Call to action, CTA. Let's take the challenge together. Thank you for joining me in today's session, where we not only practiced English, but also challenge ourselves to think deeper and speak more expressively. If you enjoyed these advanced exercises, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more content that pushes your English skills further. Before you leave, here are a few challenges for you. Challenge 1. Record yourself using one of the enhanced sentences and listen back to note where you can improve. Challenge 2. Write down 2 variations of a simple sentence using descriptive language, then share your versions in the comments. Challenge 3. Think of a current news topic or personal experience and create a short dialogue or monologue incorporating the advanced techniques we discussed. Your participation not only helps you improve, but also inspires others in our learning community. Don't forget to comment below with which exercise challenged you the most or any new phrases you discovered. I love reading your feedback and learning from your insights. Remember, challenging yourself with a bit more complexity in your language practice is a key step toward fluency. Every extra detail you add enriches your speech and builds a stronger command of English. Stay curious, stay engaged, and most importantly, keep practicing. Final remarks. Keep growing and pushing your limits. Today's lesson showed that while basic English is simple, adding a bit of extra thought can make your language skills even more powerful. By using dynamic sentence structures, expressive vocabulary, and reflective exercises, you're training your brain to see and express the world in a richer way. Remember, every new word, every enhanced sentence, and every thoughtful conversation is a stepping stone to becoming a more confident English speaker. Celebrate your progress. Learn from your mistakes. And always be open to exploring new ways to express your ideas. Thank you for being part of this journey. I'm excited to see how you'll take these challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share your progress in the comments. Let's continue to push our limits together and prove that with a little extra challenge, speaking English can be both easy and incredibly rewarding. Until next time, keep speaking, keep thinking, and remember, every challenge is a chance to shine. You can download today's lesson in the video description. Thank you for watching.